out of the country, out of occupied Palestine, that they should leave with immediate effect. Iran have put out a statement. You can go and listen to the statement of the Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. He talked about the fact that Iran will respond with everything they have. And by the way, there's a price to pay as well. If you look at the domestic politics of the United States of America, when Trump came to office, he came on the mandate that he was going to um, pull America out of all this conflict that they have been dragged into by Israel. This is what President Trump said. This is what he said when he was campaigning. And people listened to him. People listened to him because he said that he was going to pull America out of all these needless wars that they are fighting all over the world. Um, uh, Ariel told me yesterday that I'm nothing, that only because I co-host with people. Ariel, am I co-hosting with anybody right now? No, it's me. It's not you. You are not important. I'm the most important person here, not you. Not you and all your Jewish friends. It's me. I'm the real deal. Um, like, honestly, this Yehud think of themselves as important. The only reason that they are gaining this kind of attention, don't even attend to them anymore. This is why I have no patience for them anymore. I've listened to you well enough. I've been listening to you, and I've been patiently listening to you for the past 2 years. I have enough information. This is all I need. You are no longer needed. Bomb Israel back to the dark ages. Well, the midterm elections is coming in America very soon. Omar, very soon. And what is going to happen? I think Trump and his people are going to pay the price for what they are doing right now. The balance of the Congress is going to change. Um, why the hell is people like Lindsey Graham and all these people not paying the price and losing their seats? If you look at the center of Tel Aviv as we speak, it has been smashed back to rubble. The Jordanian government and the Syrian government, that are the two biggest allies of Israel, are now thinking of providing Israel with tents. They are trying to provide them with humanitarian assistance. They are trying to give them aid. They are trying to help them with all forms of support. This is now the right time for the international community to wake up and support Tel Aviv. The center of Tel Aviv, as we speak, have been bombed back to the dark ages. It has been bombed back to rubble, and this is why America intervened. No wonder the Israelis have been complaining and begging the United States of America to get involved, because this is what they see. They know what Iran is capable of doing. They know what Iran is able to do to them, and this is why we are in this position. Now I understand the logic behind all the cries of the Israelis and what they were expecting America to get involved to help them to deal with this situation. Now I see why they were agitating for America to get involved in this. So the Saudis are criticizing the US for striking Iran. You can't speak from both sides of your mouth. Last week, you were encouraging America to get involved in the war in Iran, to bomb Iran back to the dark ages, to destroy Iran, and now you are saying that it is against international law. You are talking about the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia that went to Yemen and slaughtered between 500 and 700,000 people. Slaughtered them. Humanitarian disaster, catastrophe, created by the Crown Prince and by the Khaliji's in the Gulf. These are the same people that gave the green light for the destruction of Libya. The biggest ally of Israel as we speak is Syria. Syria is participating in this expedition by Israel in Iran. I want this to be on the record. Some of you have been reaching out to me and telling me, Sav, you are properly, you cannot say Syria because you are going to divide the community. Now I want you to listen and listen carefully. I don't care. Syria, Syria is participating in this operation to bomb Iran. Syria is participating in this operation to bomb Iran. Syria is participating in this operation to bomb Iran. Should I say it again? Good, good, good. So there's no political correctness and say, don't say Syria, say the Syrian government. It is Syria that is participating in this operation, and a lot of Syrians hate Iran. They hate the people that are not from the same sect to them. These are the radical Salafists in power today in Damascus. Is that clear? Is that clear? Good. Now that that is clear, let's continue with Israel. The only solution that should be accepted in the region by anybody is the complete folding up of the Zionist state. It shouldn't exist. It should not exist. uh, it should not exist. And this is where I stand. Look, I'm not here to make friends with you. I'm not here to make you happy. I'm not here to pander to you what you think or what you feel. I'm here to say it as it is. Now, Syria is participating in this operation, bombing Iran, the Syrian Air Force, the Syrian intelligence, and the Zionist in power in Damascus is helping the Zionist regime in Jerusalem now to destroy the region. And some of you are saying you don't care. Wait until you see what Israel can do to Turkey. Just wait. Wait until you see what Israel can do to Egypt. Wait until you see some of you. I see some of you, some brilliant Egyptians. By the way, Egypt is a country I love. I must say that from the get-go. But I see a lot of Egyptian experts talking about, well, this is the situation, this is the condition. We try to make peace, and we have told the Americans that we don't want to get involved, and so on and so forth. You are telling the Americans. Well, the Israelis are also telling the Americans that you are in contravention of Camp David and that you have moved your forces to the Sinai and they will come for you next. I am the prophet. I'm the true prophet on this app because I tell you the way it is. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about your emotions. If you're an African and you're supporting the Yehud, may you perish with them. If you're an African and you support the Yehud, may you perish with them. Should I say it again? I don't look. I'm not here. Look, I stand. Yes, again, they say there's no Syrian Air Force. When you say there's no Syrian Air Force participating in each cycle, what does that mean? Are you saying that your intelligence agencies, your Air Force, and your military and your political leadership are not actively involved in this? You were given the intelligence by Israel, and the truth will come out. Syria was given the intelligence by Israel. You opened your airspace for them and told them you are free to go and bomb Iran. Your intelligence agencies, your security apparatus is in cahoots. How else do you want me to explain? I'm not saying that you have planes bombing Iran. I never said that. I said your Air Force and your intelligence agencies are there participating in this operation. You gave them the green light. They worked with you. The Syrian intelligence worked with the Mossad and the Israeli armed forces or the Israeli Air Force and carried out this operation. So this wouldn't have been possible without you. They gave you the information beforehand, and this is why Jolani and his people are getting this. They're getting sanctions lifted on them and so on and so forth. I warned from the beginning. I don't hate Syria. I want Syria to succeed, but I don't want you to be the slave of the Yahoo. This is what I'm saying. This is the only thing I'm saying. I'm not saying anything else. And if you feel that is disinformation, let's have a real conversation about how you allowed your airspace and you gave them the permission to bomb Iran using your airspace. They told the world that they were in contact with you. You allowed them to allowed it to happen, and your rhetoric since Jolani took over power is dead to Iran, and you have been attacking Lebanon. You are their biggest ally. There's no doubt about that. Is it inconvenient? I don't care. I don't care about your feelings. I said it from the one. I was saying it when it was inconvenient. I will continue to say it. And this is why all of you, each and every one of you in the region, have betrayed the Palestinians. This is why each and every one of you in the region have sold out the Palestinians for your gain. Now I understand why Saudi is behaving like this. Now I see why the IDF is unaliving Palestinians during the day, and during weekend they go to Burj Al Arab to enjoy themselves. Now I understand that. I'm on business. I'm not here to make friends with you. I don't want to make friends with anybody. I don't care. I'm here to support Palestine, and I'm here to support what I believe in. And it transcends just my support for Palestine. It's my disdain for Israel. It's my disdain for the United States of America. Even if somebody comes today, tomorrow, and put a gun in my head and say you can't support Palestine, it's not physically possible. It's not. It's not. I don't need love to do it. 10 toes down. 10 toes down. And these guys, by the way, I look at the images from Tel Aviv. and I sleep very well. When I look at those images from Tel Aviv, there's no single hospital in Tel Aviv. All those hospitals are used as military bases. Every single school in Israel is a military base. Every single hospital in Israel is a military outpost. Every single psychiatric ward in Israel is a military outpost. I mean, you give what you get. You are doing it to others. Look, this is me rebelling. I grew up as a staunch, devout Christian and Catholic, and I still am. And I was told that Israel, the Israelites you see today, are the children of God. That is not correct. You guys are a bunch of Europeans that came from Europe. So it's me rebelling against the lies that I was told as a kid. I'm able to understand that the Europeans that came to Africa and told us that they are the chosen people of God that enslaved my ancestors and were praying for them on Sunday are the same people. I need water. So yeah, this is really interesting. I'm outraged. I don't have time for any explanation. And when I say something about Syria, this is what I mean. I don't need any explanation. I don't need any debate. Your government in Damascus made it very clear from the one that they are willing to aid and abet the Zionists, and I should listen to you. Why should I listen to you? I'm going to use my own platform to say what I want. Enough of this debate. Enough of this debate. If you think they are doing to Iran anything and you are celebrating, wait. Just wait until they come for you. And this message is for Saudi Arabia. All those beautiful buildings and the trillions of dollars you have invested in everything, wait until there's a change in government in Riyadh that the West does not like, and you know what happens. By the way, Iran does not have to do this. But at the end of the day, these guys are more comfortable working with minorities than majorities, because if America had been good friends with Iran as they were in the 70s and the 60s, it would have been easy to target the other countries, because what they do is that they play this game of divide and rule. So it would have been easier to work with Iran against other countries in the region and say we are playing this game of Sunni versus Shia and just pick Iran against all of you. This is what would have happened. I look at what is going on in Palestine and none of you are lifting any single finger. It's okay for all of us to come on TikTok and cry and say, oh, we can. No, you don't. Stop lying. You do not care. I'm on business. I don't play around. I don't play around. I'm on business. Oh, man. Yeah. And this is why when I look at the images coming from Tel Aviv, finally somebody should show the jail or the Yahud that when you hit other people, your children need to cry, your women need to cry. This is the rule of the game. How else can I explain it? How else can I say Zionist? Can I say Israel deserves to exist? What else can I say to make you happy? What can I say to appease you? Because you are the chosen people of God. What can I say to appease you? What can I say to appease you? You are the chosen people of God. So tell me what I need to do or say to appease you. Enough of this nonsense. And this is why the current international order and architecture should be bombed down to dust. Enough is enough. Let the globe go up. All of us need to look, we need to end this once and for all. And this is why I'm so fluxed. I'm angry about this because, in fact, the only reason I'm angry right now is that the Saudis are condemning the US attack on Iran. The Saudis, the Khalijis, they are condemning US attack on Iran. This has been the rhetoric of the Saudis for the past, God knows where, 20, 30 years, because they see Iran as a regional competitor. This is what these guys have been doing in the region. The biggest problem in the region is not even Israel, it is Saudi Arabia. Should I say it again? The biggest problem in the region is Saudi Arabia. Those are your allies. You said they are civilized. You said, I don't care. Am I hurting your feelings? I don't care. This is the truth. The Saudis are selling people as slaves. These are the same Saudis that are creating problems in the region. The Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman ordered the unaliving of a journalist, Jamal Khashoggi, in the Saudi embassy in Istanbul. I don't see the Americans running around. I don't see the Israelis condemning them. Is that a crime? No, absolutely not. They don't believe it's a crime. They think it's okay. But you have a problem with those that disagree with you, those that want to be independent minded, those that want to think differently, those of them that want to act differently. Those are the ones that you want to challenge and you want to fight. So, why should we listen to you? No single infrastructure in Israel is civilian. No single individual in Israel is a civilian. Everything in Israel is fair game. Fair game. Every single building in Israel, every single individual in Israel is fair game. They are all members of the IDF, and there should be, you know what? They don't deserve to be there. Send them away to Europe. These are Europeans. Uh, and you see the game they are playing, they tell you, oh, well, look at the composition of the Mizrahi and the Sephardim, and the people that have the real political power in Israel are the Ashkenaz, the people that came from Europe. And I told a story of the Abayudaya. You guys can check them up. The Bayudaya are from eastern Uganda. They are Jewish people from Uganda, and they were converted after, the I think the second or the third Zionist convention that talked about giving Uganda or some parts of Uganda to the Jews that were being persecuted in Europe. And what happened? They started converting some European Jays came into Uganda and started converting some African people in the jungles of Africa. And then when the plan, was changed and they decided they were going to go to Palestine, they went to Palestine. The state was created in 1948. So in the 80s and 90s, or there right around that period, when thank you, Leah, when Israel was calling on Jews around the world to migrate to 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 occupied Palestine, the Abayudayas made a request. They wanted to go there, but the Abayudaya are very dark-skinned people in the jungles of Uganda. They turned all of them down. They said they are not practicing Judaism enough, that they are not practicing the faith enough. They turned all the Abayudaya down. And what happened? After the collapse of the apartheid regime in South Africa in 1994, the white Europeans, Dutch immigrants, and European immigrants, they all, some of them wanted to flee from South Africa because, apartheid was lucrative. It was the best thing in life for them. And they wanted to go somewhere else. So a lot of them converted to Judaism. They applied, and within 2 months, they were all accepted without practicing the faith. But they rejected the Abayidaya, which is a small group of people. It's not like it's like 2 million people, less than 5 or 10,000 of them. They refused them from coming to Israel because they are too black. Yeah. You can look at the story of the Abayidaya. This message is for those of you from Africa listening. This message is for those of you in Africa listening. I'm going to share it in my Telegram group, by the way. For those of you that want to follow me on Telegram, um, Savak Media, Leah, write it there, SAVVARK, and pin it. For those of you that want to follow me, I'm going to share a video of what the Jews think about Africans. You and I, the black people, I want you to see and hear for yourself what they think about you and what they think about the Beta community, meaning those from Ethiopia and Eritrea that are there, how they see them and how they think about them. making the same excuse. I don't, it's impossible, physically impossible for me to do that. Um, at the end of the day, let's see, man. Let's see. It's crazy. I don't know what is really going on with my stuff. Let's see. I'm not going to listen to these people. These guys unaliving children. And I look at the center of Tel Aviv right now. It gives me so much joy. There's no single civilian infrastructure in Israel. It does not exist. It doesn't exist. Every single being in Israel is a military target, and this is what Iran should do to them. You started the war. You're looking for moderates. You want people to speak nicely of you. Is that what you're expecting? You want people to speak nicely of you. Is that what you are expecting? People to be nice with you and say, oh, this is wrong. You can't do this to the Jays and so on and so forth. No, absolutely not. You started the war. The Iranians did not invite you to bomb their country. You started the war. The Iranians did not invite you to come and bomb them. You decided to bomb them. And you have to deal with the consequence of whatever is thrown at you. You decided to start this with them. And I saw, when I saw the stuff from Netanyahu when he was talking about the hospital and how Iran is targeting hospitals. And I'm like, hang on a second. There's no single hospital in Israel. The people that were there in that hospital were IDF soldiers that have gone to Gaza to unalive people. So it's fair game. Whether they're on wheelchair, on crutches, they're unable to move, drop the fattest, biggest payload of ordnance on them and smash them back to God. That is the only thing that you can do. Um, Look, the difference between, look, I don't live in the US, right? So I'm not shackled and by saying, oh, don't say Jews, say Zionists. This is everything you're hearing. By the way, I've listened to you for 2 years. And a lot of people were angry. Sir, why are you not talking? You're just sitting down there allowing them to talk. This is what people don't understand. You don't win by just yelling over them. Allow them to speak, allow them to give themselves up and tell you what they think. I've heard what they think about blacks, I've heard what they think about Arabs, I've heard what they think about Christians and Muslims. I've had enough. There's no other excuse. Tel Aviv should be razed down to dust. No single individual in Israel is a civilian. Yeah. Yeah, and by the way, this is the point, right? They will tell you there's zero casualties, nothing happened in Tel Aviv, we are fine, there's soccer game going on. I did a video, by the way, and I said this is the right time for us to pray for Tel Aviv, and I insist. This is the right time for us to pray for Tel Aviv. The international community need to rise up and provide humanitarian assistance, shelter, and tents to the Jews in Tel Aviv. They're living under the code. Jordan should take them to the desert. There's a lot of things you can do for them. Pray for them so that they can make it to the boat. I insist that you should pray for them in Tel Aviv. Uh, Look, this is the problem, right? You are calling me. I don't look. I told you guys, 560 accounts. Take all of them down. My voice will remain here. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not looking for anything in life, right? Honestly, I this is the only thing that gives me joy is that God has blessed me with some knowledge, and I'm going to use my voice to speak until I'm no longer alive. And this is the most important thing for me. I refuse to be part of any system that think that it's okay to unalive children. I refuse to be part of any system to acquiesce to any model or any system that think that power is the only thing in life. And this is why you are doing this with impunity. And this is why the Europeans are backing you up. And this is why the countries in the Gulf and the Arab world are backing you up because they are terrified. They don't want their countries to be destroyed. Some of them are supporting you. And it's really sad to see. And I call them out. I'm not afraid of anybody. I don't care about making friends. This is why I feel so liberated and free. I don't care about making friends. I don't care about love. Do I care? No, absolutely not. Yeah. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, bomb Tel Aviv back to the dark ages, to the only Tel Aviv and Haifa. Anywhere you see Ashkenaz, concentration, target those areas. Only where the Ashkenaz are many, go there and send them to their Mecca. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Yeah, I will continue to pray for you guys in Tel Aviv so that the neighboring countries can provide you with tents and buckets to peace inside while you're hiding in the bunkers. Do you see the images? Bumped back to the Stone Age. This is what you deserve. And look, by the way, now I understand. If Iran is able to do this, even if you cause, look, I'm not in any doubt that you're creating enormous damage in Iran, but nothing gives me more than seeing the Jew go to God. Um, so the Prime Minister of Israel is praising Trump's bold decision. People think I'm radical. I'm not. You think I'm radical? I'm not. Why do you think I'm radical? You have been supporting the unaliving of kids for the past 2 years, and you have been dancing, and people go to the beach in Tel Aviv, or they go to Sverot, to Ashkelon, and they are looking at the IDF bombing, and they are masturbating while it's happening. They think it's okay to do that. They think it's effing okay to do that. Bombing right now, again, you have successfully dragged the United States of America into war in the Middle East. Congratulations, Israel. This guy is a genius. He's been able to drag America again to another war in the Middle East. Trump said it himself. FBI needs to find you for the shithole you're hiding. Oh, FBI needs to find me. Okay. Look, look. I don't care. This is what you Jews do. You unalive people that disagree with you. So I don't care. I don't give a shit. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Udrup, 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 Tel Aviv. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Haifa. Go to Maalot, Avimvim. Go to the west, to the areas in the West Bank like Beta Elites, Modin Elites, Ariel, Ma'ale Adumim. This is where you have Ashkenaz living. Those areas where you have the Ashkenazi population concentration, go to those areas so you can raise the stake. Those are the guys creating the real problem. Don't mute them. Just allow them to spew whatever they want. I love them. I love them being in the comments and seeing how people actually feel about you. And this is why anywhere you go around the world, this is, you're raising the stake. All the sleeper cells that these guys have, they're going to activate them. No single J is safe anywhere in the world anymore. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I saw the pin, Leah, so sorry. Um, Look, I'm not calling for G side. I'm just saying, please don't do to others what you don't want done to you. You are saying that it's okay to unalive people. You are saying that you hate Arabs and Muslims and blacks, and I'm not allowed to say I don't like you. Who the fuck do you think you are? Pardon my French. Who do you think you are? You saying clearly that you can do whatever you want, but I'm not allowed to say anything. The Scandinavian countries permit and allow people to do whatever they want with Christians. They don't think we are important as Christians. People abuse our faith in the Scandinavia. They do that to Muslims, but you can't say that about the Jays. I'm not your friend. I'm not allies with the Jays. I'm a Christian that believes strongly in my own faith. And you guys are the problem of the world. This is what the Roman Catholic Church said about you. This is what the Europeans said about you. It is the same thing. So whatever you're having with the Arabs and the Muslims and everybody in the Middle East right now that you're claiming, we've seen this over and over again before. We've seen this before, and it's not the first time. It's not the first time. I hope it won't be the last time that you continue to do this. And the earlier people realize this, the better. The earlier they realize this, the better. Um, say, Sav, do you really believe we care about what you say? Yes, you do. And if you don't, the bombs from Iran will make you think twice. If you don't listen to me, the Iranians will put you, Yahud, in your place. People around the world are going to smash you anywhere they catch you. You're not allowed to go anywhere again. Remain there. Anywhere you are, people are going to go up. I would not personally do that because I don't believe in all of that. But you are committing genocide in Gaza. And the reality is that while you are diverting our attention to Iran, you are sweeping up and wiping up Palestinians in Gaza as we speak. It's the same, nothing has changed. uh, somehow I'm supposed to listen to you. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. A lot of people are scared of you, they are terrified. A lot of people are afraid of telling you the truth. Even most of them from America that come online and say, oh, no, no, we don't hate it. No, that's not true. A lot of them don't like you. They just don't want to lose their job. They just don't want to be, you know what is the truth. Think about it if there's complete freedom to speak about you and what can happen to you. So you are doing a good job suppressing them. So I'm the one telling you the truth. This is how people truly feel. What I'm saying is how people truly feel about you, even if they say, oh, we don't want to be that service so anti-Semitic. And I see some properly saying that on Zion live streams about South being anti-Semitic. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I am anti-Semitic. You go and sit with the Zionists and tell them I'm anti-Semitic and you're pro-Palestinian. And some of you claim to be from Palestine, and you see what they are doing to your people, and you don't care. You say I'm anti-Semitic. No, fuck you. I'm sorry. No, 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 no. No. These guys tell you to your face they don't like the Arabs and the Muslims and they want to unalive you. This is what these people do and say. They say it to your hearing. They say it and you hear them say it. And you want to be politically correct. I've listened to them enough. I want to understand. I've heard them well enough and they've told me exactly what they think. Uh, There's one crazy lady in their community that was running around saying she loved the black people, that the Arabs hate blacks and so on and so forth. And now she's campaigning because there's a lady that says something about black people going back in chain. I'm not going to give her any oxygen. She's not important. She's now at the forefront of campaigning that, yes, that lady that said that stuff was right. And we know them. They're all like that. They're just hiding it. They don't like us. So for those of you from Africa listening, if you want, you can go to the Telegram channel. I'm going to post that video there for you guys to see firsthand. They don't care about you. Using us for your own political. If you have a problem with the Arabs, go sort it out. Don't use us. And I don't even claim to speak for the black community. I'm just Sav. But this is my information to you, and this is my advice. Be very careful when you're dealing with the Yahud. Man. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Look, I'm kind of disappointed. I didn't want America to get involved in this. Even though I have a lot of animosity towards the United States of America and what they've done. I genuinely think that a lot of Americans are good people. And I'm not sucking up to anybody. I don't give a shit, to be honest. I call them out whenever they do bullshit. I didn't want America to get involved in it. And Netanyahu succeeded to drag the United States of America yet into another conflict in the Middle East. So the Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi have warned that Iran will fight with whatever they have. That Iran is going to fight with whatever they have and they're going to fight until they finish. This is why you are seeing that Tel Aviv right now is being bombed back to the dark ages. Bomb Tel Aviv to rubble. Iran should forget about whatever America is doing to you. Whatever you have, channel it in towards Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv, turn that Sodom and Gomorrah to dust. Turn that, and this is what the Bible also warned us about. This Sodom and Gomorrah. That's Tel Aviv. Sodom and Gomorrah is Tel Aviv. Turn it back to rubble. Yeah, man. These guys, why do you guys think that somehow we are supposed to be nice to you? Why do you think that somehow we are supposed to pander to you? Why do you think that somehow you are important? Why do you think somehow I'm supposed to be politically correct and not and find the right balance not to hurt your feelings? I'm not genocidal. I love human life. I don't want one strand of hair on anybody to be taken out, not even that of the Jays. But this is the point of no return. You started the war with Iran. How many civilians in Iran have you unalived? And you're coming and telling us about hospital in Israel. It does not exist. There's no hospital in Israel. No single hospital in Israel. All of them are military bases. For those of you that are just joining, I'm just saying that Iran has the right to defend themselves. Stop adding up to your fight. You say the Christians, no, we are not your friends. The Christians are not your allies. We are not your allies. You spit on Christians in Jerusalem. I've seen with my own eyes those Haredim spitting on Christians in Jerusalem. Those are your people. You have sold everything. You have unalived people. You have stolen land, and you continue to take. We know what you did. You unalived Jesus Christ. You did it. You encouraged the Romans to unalive him. Now the governments in Europe are banning it and say you can't say it. You know, you can't say it, you can't offend them. They own the banks. Please, you can't say it. They own the banks. You are offending them. Please, you cannot say that. You are offending them. They own the banks and they own most of the major institutions in the world. You're not allowed to criticize them. But you are allowed to burn the Quran in Sweden and Denmark and Finland and criticize Muslims and Christians in America, but not one single condemnation of the Yahud because you become anti-Semitic. You guys in Israel are calling for the destruction of Iran. You guys in Israel are calling for the destruction of Gaza. You guys in Israel calling for the destruction of Lebanon and Syria. And I'm not allowed to pay you back in your own in your own coins. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Hey guys, write in the comments, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup. Yeah, man, yeah. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Ah, man. Haifa, bomb Jerusalem, bomb it. Go to the places that the Yahud are living in Jerusalem and smash it up. Nothing else. I mean, this is what you guys want. This is what you're doing, right? Are you surprised that others have the same feeling about you? Look, I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain this. Israel is telling the world that Iran attacked them. Israel is telling the rest of the world, and the Americans are believing them that somehow Iran attacked them. And this is what they say because, of course, there's no argument that people in Iran don't like the Americans, but they don't lift one finger and say we're going to unalive Americans. The people unaliving Americans are radicals, jihadists, Salafists, sponsored by Saudi Arabia. And you like the Saudis and hate the Iranians. Radical Salafists backed up by Israel and Saudi Arabia. They are the ones with those clients. And Turkey, by the way, have been doing a lot of that as well. This is the reality. I don't know what else to say. Look, I don't know. I'm not, the moment you stop aligning with my view and you believe for 1 second that Israel have a right, they don't have a right to exist as far as I'm concerned. They have lost the right to exist because they have declared war on every single country in the region. Does that mean I support the unaliving of anybody? Absolutely not. I'm a human being. I care. But why do you do this to others? Why would you do this to others? Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, 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 Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Hey, let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. It's crazy. Yeah, the House of Saud. It's the people ruling that are Yahud. The Jews own and control Saudi Arabia. There's no other way to explain it. This is why they call them civilized, and this is why you guys give yourself the right to unalive 60,000 people in Gaza. I will never forget that. My children will never forget that. My grandchildren will never forget that. That in my lifetime, the Jays said it was okay to unalive 60,000 people while videoing it and masturbating. That's what they did. Some of these Jays from New York were going and watching while they were bombing Gaza, paying for it to have a real life, like you're watching a movie. They go and watch to unalive people. And you mock them, you do videos and mock them. Guys, jump on the trend. We are going to put videos up about Tel Aviv and show how the Yahud have been emasculated and they are now living in tents in Tel Aviv. Finally, they are living in tents in Tel Aviv. Jordan and Syria and Saudi Arabia and all their allies are now contributing money to buy tents for them. Man. Let's continue to pray for Tel Aviv, guys. They're now living in tents, shitting in buckets, and urinating, in the bunkers. That's what they do. Yeah, that's what they are doing right now. Long may it continue. They are shitting in buckets and living in tents. And well, if they want, they can come here and have some few mud huts in Africa to give to them. For those of you listening, if you need mud huts from me, you can sell. I can send it via eBay or Amazon and deliver it to Tel Aviv. At least if they bomb the mud hut, you are not going to regret. Every single high-rise building in Tel Aviv is now being smashed to dust and rubble. And this is why I think the Israelis are right by begging the Americans to come and help them, because they know the power of Iran. They know what Iran can do to them. And Iran is now smashing Sodom and Gomorrah to dust and rubble. Iran is now smashing Sodom and Gomorrah, which is Tel Aviv, to dust and rubble. Buy one mud hut, get one free. Look, I listen to them every day. Like you hear them in America, in Sweden, in Denmark, saying a lot of stuff about Christians. You talk shit about my own faith, but I'm not allowed to talk about the Jews. How does that make sense? How does that even make sense? Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Yeah, somebody said I'm Muslim. Okay. If it makes you sleep well at night, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. I don't think I do have distant cousins that are Muslims, so there's nothing wrong with the Muslim. There's nothing even wrong with Judaism, to be honest. I just don't like the fact that you guys are unaliving people and claiming that somehow your faith is superior and you're doing it on the basis of some kind of prophecy or some kind of promise from 6,000 years ago that God, as a real estate agent, promised you a land from 6,000 years ago. This is the point that I disagree with. I do not stand for 1 second for any single civilian anywhere in the world to be unalived. And you have finally declared war on the world. You attacked Iran and unalived now between 500 to 700 Iranians. And the number is going up. And you are telling me I'm not allowed to talk? Is that even fair that I'm not allowed to talk? You told us for 2 years that there's no civilian in Gaza. You told us for 2 years that Gaza is using hospitals and church and mosque and school and UN facility to store weapons, and that you are going to bomb everything down. I'm just repeating the Zionist line I'm repeating the Zionist talking points. I'm only learning from you and repeating your own talking points. There is no single civilian in Israel. It does not exist. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Bomb it down to dust and rubble. That is the only thing that will be acceptable. Nothing else. Bomb it to dust and rubble. It says South pays for bots. I don't pay for shit. South pay for bots. Are you surprised? I say, oh, South, how do you pull up these numbers? You're paying for bots. Hmm. Which way? Which way? I think Ariel said yesterday that the only reason anybody listens to me is because I put people on my panel. And today you say I pay for bots. Ah, man, I don't have time. Do I need to listen to any of you? uh, you see, all the Jews are crying in the comment section. They're looking for one excuse after another. They've been reporting for the past 1 hour, and the live stream have refused to go down. So you see, the Jews are crying. The Jews are crying in the comments. Thank you. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Uh, take Tel Aviv down. No single civilian in Tel Aviv. There's no hospital. That hospital that was bombed, the Iranians made a mistake. They did not get it right. They should have smashed the entire infrastructure down the ground, use the biggest, the fattest of ordnance to smash it down to ground and send them to their maker. Only thing acceptable. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Udrup. Ground zero. I'm not mincing words. I'm saying whatever I want at this point. There's no excuse. I'm not playing around. I'm saying it exactly the way it is. Israel right now have lost the right to exist. The moment they started attacking civilians and bombing people, they lost the right to exist. Um, Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Thank you, Farah. Udrup, Udrup, Tel Aviv. Let's go. Thank you so much, guys. Bomb back to the dark age. Tel Aviv needs to be bombed back to the dark age. Sam looks like he's going to lose it. Lose what? I'm just speaking my mind and losing. I ain't losing shit. I ain't losing shit. Um, so let's look at what Trump said earlier today. The U.S. President Donald Trump said that Washington carried out a large-scale series of strikes on three main Iranian nuclear facilities earlier on Sunday: Natanz, Fordo, and Esfahan. And he's claiming that those attacks were successful. He wrote on his Truth Social, um, claiming that the Iranian nuclear sites have been completely and totally obliterated. Yeah, that's what he said. And Netanyahu, in a statement, came out. By the way, this is the funny thing, guys. You need to listen to this. Please listen to this. Please, I beg you in the name of God, listen to this. So the president gave his speech, and then Pentagon was going to talk about the whole situation, and I think in collaboration with the Joint Chief of Staff and the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu was giving a speech about how Trump was courageous, and boom, Tel Aviv smashed. Maybe 5, 10 people unalive or many more trapped under the rubble. This is what they deserve. This is what they deserve. Israel deserves to be smashed. Yes. Um, is there any way to put it in a politically correct way? Israel needs to be, need to be treated, like I need to be kind and nice to Israel. Yeah. While you are unaliving people, I need to be nice and so kind and pacific with you. No, that's not going to happen. You picked up the wrong fight. You decided to attack people, and there you go. Needs to be hit into. Yeah. They need to be put in their place. They need to be bombed and beaten into submission. put in their place, and forced like a dog to acquiesce. This is the only solution. There's no other solution with these people. This is the only solution. And by the way, I have good news for you. The Israelis you see online today, those of them you're debating with, very soon you shall see them no more. Very soon they will be unalived.